Welcome back to Behind the Door. Before we dive into this story, comment below and tell us which city you're watching from. And once the story ends, don't forget to rate it from 0 to 10. Today's story is about courage, brilliance, and one moment that changed everything. This is the story of an engineer who challenged a billionaire CEO in front of everyone. And what happened next will blow your mind. Enjoy this amazing tale only on Behind the Door. Let's get started. The conference hall was buzzing with energy. Over 3,000 tech professionals had gathered for the annual Innovation Summit in San Francisco. The air was thick with anticipation. Everyone knew that Marcus Chen, the billionaire CEO of TechVantage Industries, would be presenting his company's revolutionary new AI system. Marcus was known for two things, his genius and his intolerance for mediocrity. He had built a $15 billion empire from scratch, and he didn't suffer fools gladly. Sarah Mitchell sat in the fourth row, her notebook open, pen in hand. At 28, she was a senior software engineer at a mid-sized tech firm. But she had bigger dreams. She had spent the last 6 months analyzing TechVantage's patents and public presentations. Something didn't add up. While everyone else was ready to applaud, Sarah had questions. Serious questions. Marcus took the stage to thunderous applause. Dressed in his signature black turtleneck, he commanded attention effortlessly. His presentation was flawless, filled with impressive graphics and bold claims. He spoke about how their new AI system would revolutionize data processing, reduce energy consumption by 70%, and make existing technologies obsolete. The audience hung on every word. Investors were already calculating their returns. Competitors were panicking. Then came the question and answer session. Hands shot up across the auditorium. People asked softball questions, clearly hoping to make connections or impress the billionaire. Marcus answered each one with practiced ease, his confidence unwavering. That's when Sarah stood up. Her heart was pounding, but her voice was steady. "Excuse me, Mr. Chen." Sarah Mitchell, software engineer. "Your AI system claims to process quantum-level data at unprecedented speeds while using minimal power. But based on your published architecture and the current limitations of quantum decoherence, those numbers are physically impossible with existing technology. Either you've made a breakthrough in quantum physics that hasn't been peer-reviewed, or these projections are fundamentally flawed." The room went silent. You could hear people shifting uncomfortably in their seats. A few gasped. No one challenged Marcus Chen in public. It simply wasn't done. His reputation for destroying critics was legendary. People had lost careers for less. Marcus's eyes locked onto Sarah. For a moment, his expression was unreadable. The tension was unbearable. Then he smiled, not a polite smile, but a genuine one. "That's an excellent question. Most people in this room blindly accepted my presentation. You didn't. You're right to be skeptical. Walk me through your analysis." Sarah's colleagues from her company looked horrified. What was she doing? This could ruin her career. But Sarah had come too far to back down now. She pulled out her tablet and began explaining, her voice growing stronger with each word. She referenced specific equations, pointed out inconsistencies in the air consumption models, and highlighted gaps in the thermal management claims. She wasn't trying to embarrass him. She was genuinely trying to understand the technology. Marcus listened intently, occasionally nodding. When Sarah finished, he asked her 3 rapid-fire technical questions. She answered all 3 without hesitation, even correcting one of his assumptions with a more elegant solution. The audience watched this exchange like a tennis match, heads turning back and forth between the billionaire CEO and the unknown engineer. "You've done your homework," Marcus finally said. "You're absolutely right. Our current prototype doesn't achieve those numbers. We're working on bridging that gap. But I may have been overly optimistic in my projections." The honesty was shocking. Marcus Chen never admitted mistakes publicly. "But here's what impresses me more than your technical knowledge," he continued, still looking directly at Sarah. "You had the courage to stand up in a room full of people and challenge me. That takes guts, that takes integrity. Those are the qualities I need in my senior leadership team." The room erupted in whispers. What was happening? Marcus pulled out his phone and typed something quickly. Within seconds, his assistant appeared at his side. He whispered something to her, then turned back to Sarah. "Miss Mitchell, I'm offering you a position as Director of Advanced Systems at TechVantage. You'll lead our quantum computing division and report directly to me. Your first task will be solving the exact problems you just identified. We'll triple whatever salary you're making now, full benefits, and equity options. You'll have complete autonomy over your team and direct access to our research budget. Are you interested?" Sarah felt like she was dreaming. Did the Marcus Chen just offer her a director position in front of 3,000 people? Her current company paid her $90,000 a year. Triple that would be life-changing. But more than the money, this was the opportunity of a lifetime. She would be working on cutting-edge technology with unlimited resources. When can I start? She asked, her voice clear and confident. The audience burst into applause. People were standing now, cheering for this unknown engineer, who had just landed the job opportunity of a lifetime by doing the one thing most people were too afraid to do, telling the truth. Marcus walked down from the stage and shook her hand. Monday, we have work to do. And Miss Mitchell, never stop questioning. That's why you're valuable. That was 4 years ago. Today, Sarah Mitchell is not just a director. She's the Chief Innovation Officer at TechVantage Industries. The technology she helped develop didn't just meet Marcus's original projections. It exceeded them. Under her leadership, the company launched 3 breakthrough products that generated over $2 billion in revenue. More importantly, she changed the culture at TechVantage, creating an environment where questioning and intellectual honesty were rewarded rather than punished. Sarah still remembers that day at the conference. The nervousness, the risk, the moment her life changed forever. She often tells young engineers, knowledge is important, but courage is everything. Don't be afraid to speak up when you see something wrong. The right leaders want to be challenged. They want people who will make them better. Marcus Chen still runs TechVantage, now valued at over $30 billion. When asked about his best hiring decision, he always mentions Sarah. I've hired hundreds of brilliant people, he says, but brilliance is common in Silicon Valley. What's rare is someone brilliant enough to see the truth and brave enough to speak it. That's Sarah. So what do you think of this incredible story? Rate it from 0 to 10 in the comments below. And don't forget to tell us which city you're watching from. If this story inspired you, hit that like button and subscribe to Behind the Door for more amazing stories every week. Remember, your moment to shine could be just one brave decision away. Until next time, keep pushing boundaries and never be afraid to speak your truth.